But
I mean,
is Conor McGregor on HGH? Because he's looking pretty.
Nah, McGregor is probably the most authentic. Till we find out. But he's never failed a test. He's never,
What's that whiskey called?
Proper 12.
He's just off that proper 12.
Hell yeah.
That's all he's off.
But he's like Marshawn. He comes in every fight.
The way he came up though, I don't think he'd ever risk his. I don't think he's a smart dude. And he's a smart dude, and he's I think he's the most authentic dude fighting, because he's never used anything to fight. He literally is just pure himself, and he's dedicated.
Animal.
He's learned so many different forms of martial arts. So I feel like he wouldn't never. I don't think he'd ever do it. Maybe when he's older and he can't fight like he used to. I don't know, but yeah, I think he's just pure who he is. Like,
dude, you know his come up story?
Yeah.
You heard his
he was homeless. He only had his wife, which was his girlfriend at the time, and he just told her, like, look, if you hold me down, pay the bills, bust your ass, I'm gonna kick ass so we could be millionaires.
My man
I'm never
was
gonna look back.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
Damn near homeless, if not homeless.
Yeah.
On welfare.
Yeah.
No money, no job. His girl literally let him. He wouldn't work. He literally would only train and fight to get to where he's at right now, on welfare. Yeah. And now he's one of the highest paid fighters to ever do it.
He's still with that girl?
That's his wife. Which is why that's why I wouldn't think that he would ever do that.
Well, they're saying he's looking different now. Not physically, but mentally.
Mentally he's looking
because he originally came in and he was all cocky. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. I will end your life. Then all of a sudden he kind of transitioned into some like light shit.
Think about it, like anybody that goes from rags to riches, like they're not humble about it. When they first get all that fucking millions, like you take a broke kid right now, like look at like NFL players or rappers or whoever you want to put about it, like rock stars, all that shit. You take them out of their fucking struggle, you give them $1 million, and they're out there flexing, flaunting, I'm the best, I'm the GOAT, I've never been this far before, like who's gonna tell me shit now? Like, you know what I mean? Like I was in the dirt, now I'm in the fucking hills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you see, dude, that face-off that they did today?
Yeah.
Bro, the face-off that they did, Conor literally, no joke, he got onto the stage. You know how they set it up? There's like the fighter here, Dana White in the middle, fighter here. Yeah. And then they have like whatever advertised sponsor, whatever, in front of them, right?
Yeah.
So Dustin Poirier has a hot sauce. Poirier is Louisiana hot sauce, right?
Yeah.
So there was a monster can and Dustin Poirier's hot sauce next to it in front of each fighter. Conor gets on stage, immediately takes the hot sauce, whips it across the entire thing. Starts talking shit to Dustin Poirier, goes around the table, around front, grabs the one that was in front of Dustin Poirier, takes it, whips that one.
Damn.
That's what they're saying, though. They're saying because he started off cocky, then he started to trickle into like some, I'm not going to talk, I'm cool, I'm going to let my work show.
Getting his ass beat.
And he started getting his ass beat. And now they're saying he's back, and he's just all with the smoke now.
Yeah, what I think it is he probably hit that, like I said, broke, humble, you're coming up, you're kicking ass, you're confident. You get that fucking check, you get the fucking endorsements, now you're a fucking asshole because you're not used to that shit. And then you get humble, he realized he was soft on himself mentally. To be humble, you really have to be like cool. Yeah, you have to be like chill. Cool, yeah, you have to calm your whole mindset. Now he's back on his arrogant bullshit, and that's how you have to be as a fighter.
The way that
you can't go in a fist fight ready to shake hands with the dude.
That's a fact.
Like, come on, dude. After whatever.
The way
you
that he was moving,
going there. Like that's why Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather. That's why Floyd Mayweather never lost. That's why Floyd Mayweather never lost a fight because of his mentality.
Floyd's ability to get in somebody's head, absolutely yes. But
his confidence in himself never changed. And he's never been humble.
Manny's a great boxer
for sure.
He's phenomenal. But his record is fantastic, and he's always been humble. Yeah, and he's been beating dudes down.
But he also has like 11 or 12 losses.
Yeah,
and like 75 wins.
Floyd's a better fighter altogether.
Yeah. Floyd was picking his fights though.
He was picking his fights. He was.
He faking injuries and shit,
bro. Floyd picked the biggest fights, and a lot of the biggest fighters during his come up would deny him fights until after the Oscar De La Hoya fight. Then the ones that were scared to fight him because he beat De La Hoya and dethroned him were like shaky about fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, like more fighters started trying to come up, like Canelo and all these other fighters started wanting to box Floyd because they were the ticket fight and they know that they would make money off of win or loss.
It's that big fight.
Yeah. So like Floyd is nameless, numberless, whatever you want to call it, numerous interviews on ESPN where he's talking shit to all the reporters that are trying to troll him. And he's like, I called him out. Does he want to fight? No. He tries to reschedule. He tries to do this, tries to do that, tries to run from the fight. Floyd hasn't ran from any fight.
Like
if you look at it,
he hasn't run. He has recently. Because he's
retired.
At the end, no, not that. At the end of his career, towards the end of his career, he was like he's saying he was picking fights because he knew I'm coming down now. I need to pick fights because I mean. I don't think.
But
I think Floyd.
His last fight was Pacquiao.
Right, but I think Floyd's power, Floyd's ability to
or
fight.
McGregor was his last fight, but that's two top
fighters. But those aren't real fights.
McGregor probably wasn't. But McGregor was in a fight. McGregor went the whole fight, or no, he lost 10. He lost at the 10th round. McGregor couldn't. He didn't have enough endurance. But it's not. He wasn't a boxer, so I get what you're saying. But he's still a fighter.
Yeah,
but the Pacquiao fight was his last real boxing match.
Yes,
and in his career that was marked as a fight.
But Pacquiao also, you have to realize, that's not. I mean, that was at the time a really great fight.
Yeah,
but Pacquiao never was like
he was slightly injured, but Floyd was injured too.
Floyd's not fighting like animals towards the end of his career. Floyd's fighting people that he knows. He's gonna go the distance with,
right?
Yeah, because Floyd's a defensive fighter. He's always been a defensive
fight
fighter.
was like close though. They were
like close
because
Pacquiao. Yeah. But the thing is with them is Floyd's a defensive fighter primarily. Pacquiao he's a little of both, but he's also defensive. The only reason why that fight came close is because Floyd's defense is so solid. Like Floyd's able to like sit back, not get hit, and then at the end his corner's like, "Yo, on points." You're losing, so you better get out there and just run after him.
Yeah.
And that's why it got good.
Yeah.
But that's not. I mean, that's Floyd's fight. He's not like no Mike Tyson where he's going in there and trying to fuck people up. He's in there trying to last the distance and get the points, which is what boxing really is.
I think Floyd's style of fighting though is probably the most mimicked now. That you can see a lot more players are the defensive counter boxer. Players, smart. I keep saying, it's smart boxing, but that's the whole point of boxing.
But that's
I land more hits than you can land on me?
That's not like Mike Tyson though.
You have to realize the fighting style nowadays. The only fighters now that are bringing that Tyson level fighting back is Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight.
Yeah,
that was supposed to happen on the 24th. That no longer is going to happen on the 24th.
Yeah.
That's because the heavyweights back in the day, that was the main ticket. You had Mike Tyson, but you had all those great fighters, and they were all going out for KOs. Nowadays, Floyd was the big fighter because Floyd's a great fighter, but Floyd's a great technical fighter. Floyd's defensive style is unmatched. Like Floyd can bother. Floyd's actually. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure the whole style of because Floyd sits back, shoulder up, fist up here. His whole style literally is slip, jab,
and he covers the liver.
So exactly. So Floyd's style now is mimicked like that. But I mean, even if you look at like Canelo's defensive, but Canelo's insanely offensive as well.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather is not offensive ever. Even when he fought, wasn't
I don't know. You got to be offensive to win.
Yeah. Was he Logan Paul?
Yeah. Logan Paul.
Yeah, when he fought Logan Paul,
bro, he knocked him out like 6 times and held him up.
Yeah, but even that fight wasn't offensive.
Yeah, like there's if you go back and watch it, he knocked him out like 4 times. Bro.
Yeah,
definitely. and he held him up and was like punching him to wake him up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even when he's fighting somebody who shouldn't even be, it has no business being in the ring.
Yeah.
He's still fighting primarily defensive.
He did knock out the best Japanese fighter in the world. I think he was number 1 in another MMA. It wasn't UFC, but in his weight class, he was number 1. And Floyd knocked him out in 9 seconds.
Really?
The first 9 seconds of the round,
Was this a boxing match?
This was Floyd's first fight after his retirement. That was exhibition. This was his first exhibition fight.
Oh, yeah.
So he knocked him out in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
made $100 million in 9 seconds. I mean, hey,
Floyd. I don't want to take nothing away from Floyd.
Yeah,
Floyd's training is amazing. His dad is an amazing coach.
Yeah.
Floyd is a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah.
But when you buy a pay-per-view with Floyd, you are going to watch a full boxing match that goes to points. The whole reason why the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight had no what's it called? No points. There were no judges. No judges because the fight was gonna go the distance. It was already planned.
Yeah.
The fight was planned.
Yeah, it was.
There's no reason why you're gonna knock somebody out because I saw the same video. He knocked him out and then grabbed him and held him up.
Yeah.
There's no reason you're gonna do that unless you want to bank out on this one. Oh, it was close to knock him out.
The whole fight was for. It was literally for promotion. Any exhibition fight is just for promotion, and typically exhibition fights are for charity. But with you know what I mean, like the Vegas had a lot to do with how many rounds is gonna last? Is he gonna knock him out?
Yeah.
Will I get more money? And then the boxers and their parties also have their hand in the Vegas bet. So it's just like you can do the over under on anything and get the money off the under, and the under always pays more. So it's just like, to me, I feel like when it comes down to Floyd and his technique, I feel like the defensive boxing is how you should box, because you shouldn't like look at Muhammad Ali in his late age has to deal with I think it was Parkinson's, where you like twitch and all that shit. He has that from injury.
Yeah.
So like Floyd protecting his investment and protecting his future self from getting the Parkinson's, which most boxers do. And then the Tyson comparison, Tyson is just an aggressive dude in general. He's just an aggressive person.
Yeah.
Not that Floyd isn't, but it's just like if Tyson was what? You don't think Floyd's aggressive? I think Floyd's aggressive.
How would you just say Mike Tyson's aggressive and so is Floyd?
Floyd is aggressive.
This is now
so you're going to compare
Kobe, Devin
I was going to
Booker
say you can't.
No, I'm not saying as aggressive as not as aggressive.
Floyd has no aggressive. Floyd has no aggressiveness in him at all.
Floyd has
he's a counter fighter.
The younger Floyd was more aggressive than the later Floyd.
Yeah, because he had to prove something.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was fucking people up to the day he retired, bro.
Still was in his last fight too.
Swear to God.
But
dude, I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. It's just like Tyson. The Tyson comparison is just Tyson just doesn't give a fuck. Like, there's no fucks given. Floyd gave a fuck about his fight, gave a fuck about that, and he also probably watched how Tyson failed against like Holyfield and failed against another boxer, I forget his name. But it's just like, why lose that way? Why go out that bad? You know what I mean? Like, the best defense will get, like, defense wins championships.
The whole reason,
you know what I mean?
Like, the whole reason why you are a professional fighter is to sell tickets and put on a show. Which is why back in the 90s...
Now it is. Before...
Back in the day
it was the same way.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm saying, like, back in the day, it had more to do with honor and glory as a fighter.
I'm going to give you...
winning the crowd because you're great and you want to knock everybody out and be the best boxer you possibly can be.
I'm going to give you two options.
I feel like now... I feel like now it's because... Now it's definitely for the ticket, for the check that you're going to get. Of course, because obviously Floyd... fucking inflated that shit crazy, but it's just like now that's what it is, because boxing has become more entertainment than it has been a sport. So it's just like before like the past before the past 10 years, it was literally for the sport, for the love of the love of boxing, this and that. Now it's literally like Triple G probably would have never boxed Canelo if it wasn't for because that's a huge risk. You're fighting a top, like usually the top two boxers in the era don't ever meet up until like way later on, like i.e.
Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, like they usually don't meet up till way later on after they've already knocked out the most people, or they've already beat. They already have like a good resume, behind them, and then they lose to the top dude at the end of their career, they still have their glory years to fall back on, where they can still feel better about it. But it's just like now, it's more like, hey, I know I can get money if I fight him. I'm not gonna get as much money if I fight him. Granted, he's the best fighter right now. I'm not gonna box him. Same thing with Ryan Garcia in his weight class has 3 belts. but he doesn't have the best belt. You know what I mean? So like he has all the belts besides the one that actually declares you the champion of boxing in your weight class. And he won't fight the guy. I forget his name, bro. It's some black dude. He won't fight him at all. Like he won't fight him because if he fights him, he will lose. Like it's literally that simple. And he's avoiding that fight, and he's taking all these younger fighters that are more popular on social media and that are more popular with.
Are you saying boxing now is for entertainment? Or
boxing now is whoever has more Instagram followers. I'm going to fight you because our Instagram followers will both pay.
So it's not
pay
for
the pay-per-view.
entertainment.
It's a
popularity contest.
Popularity contest gets you the entertainment ticket to get the check.
Yeah. I don't think the fighting now is more entertaining though.
It is because now YouTubers and TikTokers are boxing.
I'm gonna give you two scenarios.
That's not what he's saying.
So if you had the option, you have to buy one pay-per-view, $100 pay-per-view. Tyson versus Holyfield in the prime.
Mm-hmm.
Pacquiao versus Floyd in the prime. Who are you picking?
That's not what he's saying though.
Yeah,
he's saying that it's not more entertaining now. It's more about who's got more people surrounding them, so you could buy in for those views. It's not like, oh, that fight's about to be sick.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I know that guy, and I know that guy, and millions of other people know that guy, so they're about to buy that. Just like how Jake Paul, he was the undercard on Mike Tyson's fight.
Yeah,
that was like the 8th highest pay-per-view fight ever. Yeah. No, it was Jake. Jake was fighting some random guy.
In the prelim. Yeah,
he was an undercard, and that was the 8th highest pay-per-view ever. Not because it was entertaining, because Jake Paul has 10, 12, 15 million followers.
Yeah, he's famous. And that's the same thing right now. If you look at
TikTok, is it even boxing right now at this point then?
The TikTok boxing versus the YouTube, there's like a whole series of boxers lined up for internet personas.
They did it.
They did it, yeah. And that was super high. Like, they're making fucking more money than actual boxers.
No, they're not. None of them got paid.
Really?
None of them got paid. Actually, the whole setup, the people who set up couldn't even afford to, like, pay anyone.
Really?
Yeah, they got fucked. I just seen.
Well, they just had horrible marketing, but the viewers were higher than pay-per-view because all the people there are famous. It's like celebrity boxing is just taking over the actual sport of boxing.
I feel like
and
then
it's
so
like
stupid though.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
but it's just entertainment.
It's money.
It's
now,
literally just it.
Money,
it's literally like Kimbo Slice. Like Kimbo Slice probably kicked all this shit off. Like Kimbo Slice's street fights made so much money from the YouTube views. It made more money than they were actually fighting for in the fight.
Another thing now though is that you got to realize is all these pay-per-views, they're not being bought anymore because now with all the new followers, they're all new like younger people watching this shit. They know they can stream this shit.
Yeah.
There was a fucking TikTok with the Logan Paul fight that had 75,000 viewers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Really?
Which means 75,000 pay-per-views. Yes. 75,000 pay-per-views taken away.
And the pay-per-view is like $100. $100.
So what I don't understand is this, I guess.
They're trying to build a brand.
Right now, boxing is basically like celebrity boxing to me, like I guess is cool, but like I feel like it's kind of taken away from the actual sport.
I'm sure that's how a lot of the old heads feel too.
Which is all right. But how are you, like for example, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder?
Yeah. That
fight's not getting really any publicity, like at all. And and that's a huge fight.
Yeah.
And like I'm barely seeing anything about it. But like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, like them fighting, it's all over. And it's like
because it's
not quality fighting.
But another thing too, they're more popular, but it's just like
have you seen Mike Tyson's highlights?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I watched his come up
He's
video.
He's fucking
crazy.
insane, bro. That uppercut that he fucking like signature uppercut, bro. That shit would rock your world.
Paying to see that, I would rather see that than any current fighter
That's
ever.
what I'm saying. And right now, nobody's on that level. And
nobody.
Deontay Wilder is the only one that's even close, but it's because of the way that he presents himself when he's coming in the ring and before and all the press conferences and shit. Which is to your point, I guess. McGregor, only reason why he's as big as he is, it's not because he's winning or losing. It's because of his press conferences prior to it.
Yeah. And it's just like now it's like so Chris Brown and Soulja Boy were supposed to box like mad long ago. If they were to actually box now, fucking sold out show. They're making as much money as they do off a fucking album.
They got Snoop Dogg commentating on these things because it's all about publicity. That's what it is. Which is cool because Snoop Dogg's awesome. Like, you love Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop Dogg.
Who doesn't?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
You hear Snoop Dogg saying, dude, he was literally during Jake Paul's fight, he was like, yeah, Jake, bring me my fucking money, Jake. Get that knockout, Jake.
Yeah,
Like,
he probably is the most entertaining.
It's just fun shit now. They're just trying to get as much attention as they can, but that's how sports kind of are going. Like Odell Beckham Jr. He's just as good of a player as like DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins don't talk. Yeah, OBJ's on Instagram all day, or like Juju. Juju's not really like that. He's not that good, but
he didn't even have more than 10 touchdowns, bro.
Mad people know who he is. He's got millions of followers.
Oh yeah. His endorsements are way crazier.
Is that part of
Phase
gaming?
It's part of Phase. Yep. It's just you got to build your own brand. You got to think for yourself at this point.
It's crazy though. Like I feel like if sports LeBron is taking a backseat to the shit.
Yeah, but if LeBron were to box somebody right now, that'd be the most watched fight. Just because LeBron is LeBron, it'd be the most watched fight.
Would never.
No, I don't think he'd ever box anybody.
No.
So you see Nate Robinson, basketball and boxing, they don't mix. Bro.
I don't know. LeBron's a big fucking dude, though.
Yeah, but he'd be fighting someone in his weight class.
Can you punch somebody that's 6'8" in the face?
Not really.
6'8".
Yeah, I'm saying, like, bro, like,
or
you gotta be at least 6'4" to punch LeBron in the face.
Who's the big one?
LeBron's like 280, 6'8", 280.
That'd be like Deontay versus LeBron, though. It's the same thing. Jake Paul is not even a real boxer. He has put in a lot of work for years now, so he's good as fuck.
He's good.
But versus Nate, who's never done that, of course. Nate's athletic as fuck. He's an athlete, and he's naturally athletic. Yeah, for sure. You can't just go in a ring and be like, oh, I'm an athlete. Yeah. Not gonna work.
Which is what he did.
LeBron would get fucked up by fucking Wilder.
Dude, it's crazy, though. Like, watching boxing now, like, even if you... Did you watch the Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight? The first one?
I didn't see the first. I seen the highlights, but I didn't see it. But it did go crazy.
Tyson Fury is built like a fucking bus
like
driver.
Yeah, he's just huge. Yeah,
he's big, but he's like chunky. He's fat. Yeah, he don't look like he's in shape
not
at all.
No, like strict muscle.
But that's like the classic. Like that's like that classic like heavyweight like build though. Like
I don't know. Back in the day, bro, Tyson was a heavyweight.
Yeah, but they all have the pudge. They all have the like. They all have like the
Tyson was a fucking
dirty
tank.
build. Well, yeah, but
he's different.
Tyson, Evander Holyfield, like all of them that was fighting in that time, they were big. Like Muhammad Ali, I guess wasn't.
They were all sliced up.
Muhammad Ali wasn't.
Muhammad Ali,
but Muhammad Ali was average build.
But Muhammad Ali was a longer boxer though. Yeah. That's probably why. Yeah, he was more. Yeah,
it's just crazy to me. Like when you like, I guess it's different. Like, so for me, I watched the Tyson Fury and the Deontay Wilder fight with my boxing coach.
Yeah.
So like, I guess it's the same thing as like when you do a sport, you watch a sport because how they do the sport.
Yeah.
But if you don't like a sport, then you'll watch just people you know.
Yeah.
Because like for me, when you're watching like Logan Paul or Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson, that was a sloppy ass fucking fight. Yeah. That was disgusting. Yeah. But like, you know the people. So it's dope, but like like you said, like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they're not gonna sell nearly as much as Jake Paul versus or Logan Paul versus Floyd.
Not even close, yeah. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with like Ryan Garcia. He has like 8 million followers on Instagram, so everybody.
He's also fucking nasty.
He's good. He's good. He's undefeated. He's
that's like the perfect boxing combo. Yeah, he's gonna sell out because of his name.
Yeah,
and because of what he could do.
Yeah, he's good, but he's also got a great social media team behind him. He's also big on YouTube.
He's going viral so many times.
It's a different generation. Though.
Yeah,
like if people like Mike Tyson was in this generation, he talks shit. You know, he was a person too. People fucked with him too, so he would have followers.
Mike Tyson back in the day, that's a different type of shit talk.
It's kind of like how McGregor.
Have you heard that one interview Mike Tyson had?
Yeah, he was like, I'll fuck your mother and
I'll fuck
have
you in
your
your ass.
Yeah, I'll fuck your ass and I'll fuck your mother. Yeah,
he go, I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Yeah.
And then he also said. He said in an interview, I forgot who he was fighting, he goes, I will kill you and eat your children, praise be to Allah. In a fucking interview, bro. Yeah, like, crazy, imagine, bro. Like, Conor McGregor's just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
But then, like, Mike Tyson's like, I will eat your children, praise be to Allah. Like, that's a different type of shit talk.
That was also different, because Mike Tyson was built different. He was like that. Not even Kobe mentality. I don't know what mentality he had.
That's just the Tyson.
I'm going to kill you.
That's just the Tyson.
Tyson went into every fight. He literally said he went into every fight ready to die.
Yeah.
But not to lose,
Adesanya says the same thing.
Oh, Adesanya.
He's like, I know. He's like, I'm ready to die if I have to.
You see that one where he's literally in the ring just, I'm ready to die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
You know what else is crazy, though, in UFC fighters? You ever seen Khabib when they got like him in the cage, fighting people, bro? Did I show you that?
Nah,
dude. When he's in the cage, so he was in the cage, right? And he was mounted on a guy, and he's literally like, "You have to give up," punching him. I deserve this. Punch him. You have to give up. And then when he was fighting Conor,
I seen that.
he's fighting Conor. He's like, talk now. Let's talk now.
Yeah.
While he's beating the shit, like, bro. Yeah. Imagine you're getting handled by this Russian dude, and he's talking. Like, he don't talk shit anytime leading up to the fight, and then in the ring, he's just, or in the cage, he's just talking all of this shit.
Khabib is probably the best fighter ever, like
hands down
in his weight class.
Conor's still talking shit, trying to get him back.
He can't. Like
it literally couldn't, bro.
Like, couldn't. Conor, you can't fight him again. You're gonna get destroyed again,
dude. Khabib's wrestling is next level. What?
Khabib's like that.
Khabib is undefeated. He's never lost.
He's the best,
bro. He's just who can beat him?
You know Khabib, bro. Khabib,
who can beat Khabib, bro?
Growing up, bro.
Yeah,
he used to fucking wrestle a bear.
Really?
His father made him wrestle bear cubs when he was a kid.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
a kid, bro.
That's a different type of fucking
bears, bro.
That's some Russian
grizzly bears.
Why
Russia,
are Russians so savage? Like really, like they just have that like
they had
blood in your eyes, killer mentality.
Dude, there was a training video. For real, they had a training video of Khabib right before the Conor fight. There's a river going in Russia. Cold as shit because it's Russia.
Yeah.
Khabib's in the river, swimming against the current, beating the current, and this is a flowing fucking river. My boy's in there with just shorts, no shirt, freezing cold water, swimming and beating the current. That's how he's training. Like he's like you said, Rocky when he went to fight Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
He's fucking lifting logs and shit. Like he's not even in the gym. He's outside.
You can't beat somebody like that though.
We outside.
Khabib stopped because he promised his father that his mother. He promised his mother when his father died that he'd stop.
Yeah.
He went back in the ring. I think he beat McGregor, the guy after McGregor. No, he beat McGregor.
No, McGregor was last fight.
Yeah. He beat McGregor and then left.
Went out like a motherfucker too.
So he's
hopped the cage and everything.
He's not fighting no more.
No, he promised his mother. Yeah, he promised his mother he'd stop.
That sucks.
Yeah, because his mother lost.
But he went out on top.
Yeah,
he went out on top.
That still sucks because he's a real fucking pitcher. He's a player.
Yeah, dude, that motherfucker, he's crazy, bro. Imagine you're in a fight and this dude's got you on the ground and all you're doing is trying to block his punches and he's beating the shit out of you.
While you're like every fight, every punch, every kick, you're just losing consciousness as it's going. And the last word you hear is "You fucking bitch, I fucking kill you, give up." I fucking win.
That
Conor was apologizing when he was getting his ass
beat.
He was apologizing.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, McGregor's like, talk now, punching him in the face.
Yeah.
Conor's blocking him. Khabib's got so much control. He grabs his wrist, pulls it down so he can't block his face, and with the other hand, punching him in the face. And then Conor's like, it was for show, it was for views, it was for show, it was for views, trying not to get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then got choked out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ooh. I think Poirier's gonna knock him out again, bro.
I think the only shot Conor has is if it goes quick.
Conor's talking about the kicks and shit. Like, dude, you're not gonna stop that kick. It's gonna get there and it's gonna be harder than the last time because Poirier, like the thing about Poirier and Conor, the first fight, it woke the fucking savage up in Poirier. Poirier then came back and was undefeated since that fight and destroyed Conor in that streak. So it's like Poirier's never going back. Like if you've seen Poirier before, he's not going back to losing to McGregor again. He's coming back and he's training harder before. He's training way harder than he was before the first second Conor fight. And the first Conor fight, he was intimidated. If you see all the backstage camera shits and that. Poirier couldn't even be in the same room as McGregor because he was so intimidated. And then McGregor came out and then was still coming after him yo, you're a fucking bitch, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. And Poirier's like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. Now Conor's oh, you fucking weasel, I'm gonna fucking kill you for beating my ass, embarrassing me in front of my kids, da-da-da-da-da.
You know, the thing with Poirier, though?
Yeah.
The thing with Poirier, right now, what Conor's doing is he's doing the Mike Tyson shit, trying to get in his head, because he knows that's the only shot he's got, because once he's in the ring, Poirier, watching all of his fights leading up to the Conor fight from last time, he literally will sit there and get beat down.
Yeah.
He'll get beat down, and stand up. He eats punches.
Bro, he's fucking crazy,
He doesn't
bro.
block punches.
Yeah, he takes
eats
shit.
them
Yeah,
and
he's
keeps
fucking
going,
crazy, bro. Like he like I'm saying, bro. Like he has the dog in him, and like Conor woke the dog up in him. Like it's just fucking crazy, bro. Like he had the talent, he had all the mechanics and everything. It's just like now he has the dog in him to kill. Like, and it's like you can't fucking like you can't stop him now. Like you woke him up, and now you can't stop him.
All right.
Yeah.
We hit the hour mark though.
Okay.
So before we end it, who do you got?
I got Poirier. I got Poirier in round. I'll give Conor
a 5-round fight.
I'll give Conor the benefit of the doubt that he will last 4 rounds out of 5.
And get knocked out or submitted.
He's going to, I don't know, because Poirier can submit you too.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go to the ground more because Conor wants it to go to the ground more so he doesn't get kicked. But I think he'll get knocked out. I think Conor will shoot. I think Conor's going to shoot for the leg. Poirier's going to kick the fuck out of him in his face and knock him out.
Oof.
That's my idea.
Okay.
Just because
Masvidal.
that kick is just unbeatable. Like that's his thing. Just like John Jones' kick, like his kicking is his shit. Like
what do you got, Antonio?
It's a striker and striker. Like it's not like he's going against Khabib where he's gonna submit him and grapple him.
I say McGregor in round 3, TKO.
TKO.
Yeah, I think he has him on the ground. He's going to be beating the shit out of him, and it's just going to get called.
I'm saying McGregor round 2. Because...
Really?
McGregor round 2 KO. Because McGregor... If it goes 3, 4, 5, Poirier's got him.
Yeah.
For sure. But McGregor getting in his head like he is, McGregor doing what he's doing, I think McGregor's got the formula right now like he had before, where he's in his head, he's doing all that extra hype shit. McGregor, round 2. Poirier's going to be going aggressively, and Conor's going to catch him, counter him, knock him out.
How many minutes in? How long?
How many minutes?
Just so we can say, just in case it, God forbid, it happens, I want you to call the exact time. I'm gonna say 47 seconds into the 3rd round.
I'm gonna say minute 30 into the 2nd.
I'm gonna say 208.
And if one of
in
us
the 4th round,
Poirier,
McGregor's gonna shoot for his legs.
If that happens, that'd be crazy.
Poirier's gonna backstep and either knee or kick the fuck out of Conor's head, and it's gonna knock him out or daze him. And then a little bit after that, if he doesn't immediately knock him out, he's gonna just fucking ground and pound him and like kill him.
Now, if one of us,
I'm not against you. Hold on. Oh yeah, go ahead.
If one of us calls that, drop a follow.
Yeah, literally follow us, like us, subscribe.
That's a follow.
Because we're giving you money now. You go start making the money.
And then I'm not against you guys because he did submit him the first time they fought.
Mm.
So I'm not against what you guys are doing.
Okay.
What you guys are saying. But I think Poirier, it's too close. It's too close from the second fight for McGregor to just suddenly become a better fighter than him within less than a year, or maybe it is a year.
No, that makes sense.
I think it's too close.
That's fair enough.
And Poirier's got them hands, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He does.
Poirier's the striker right now. Like, he's got them hands. He's got the legs too, but he's got them hands, bro. Like, McGregor cannot box. Obviously, we know that. Like, he's got shoulders. I don't know. Like, the Cowboy McGregor fight, he's got shoulders. But I don't know. I don't know. You guys. No. I'm not saying it like that. But I'm saying because McGregor, he practices the deadliest form of martial arts, which is hard to say. Okay, arguably the deadliest form of martial arts, which is the Hebrew, or Jerusalem or whatever. It's like their style of martial arts. I forget what it's called, but that's like what the U.S. military teaches, or the Israeli military teaches the U.S. military on how to fight. And like that style is like was in the Taken movie, like Liam Neeson, he fights like that. It's all the crazy like slap kick, disarm you, disable you, this, and
I'm just saying, Conor's been in Dubai and Saudi Arabia this whole time.
Yeah, and he's studying that shit there.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think, I don't know, man. It could be a crazy fight. It will be a crazy fight.
We'll see.
Yeah. But you guys have officially been checked in Okay, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. We're booming. Follow us on YouTube. We're growing. Subscribe to us on Twitch, Spotify, everywhere else you can stream. We there. We're slowly but surely getting onto Apple Podcast app. So yeah, look for us. Checked In Podcast. Look for my beautiful mug. Look for his beautiful mug. Look for him in the videos. And then the yellow checked in mark. You know what I mean? Checked in sign. So yeah, we there. You here. You been checked in. We out.